Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to learn about self-closing JSX tags. So far you've seen how JSX differs from HTML in a key way with the use of class name versus class for defining HTML classes. Another important way in which JSX differs from HTML is the idea of self-closing tags. In HTML, almost all tags have both an opening and closing tag. Meaning like there's an open div and then a forward slash div, which is the closing div. So they have both an opening tag and a closing tag. The closing tag always has a forward slash before the tag name that you are closing. However, there are special instances in HTML called self-closing tags. These are like inputs and buttons and things like that. There are tags that don't require both an opening and closing tag before another tag can start. For example, the line break tag can be written BR or BR with a forward slash, but should never be written as a open tag and a closing tag of BR, since it doesn't contain any content. In JSX, the rules are a little different. Any JSX element can be written with a self-closing tag, and every element must be closed. The line break tag, for example, must be written as BR, and then it needs to have this forward slash at the end in order to be valid JSX that can be transpiled. Transpiled just means that it gets taken and the JSX gets converted into JavaScript. That's what transpiled means. A div, on the other hand, can be written as a div with a closing tag, or div with an opening div and a closing tag div. The difference is that in the first syntax version there is no way to include anything in the div, so there's no way to include anything in this div if you use it like that. You'll see in later challenges that this syntax is useful when rendering React components. We want to fix the errors in the code editor so that it is valid JSX and transpiles and successfully transpiles. So make sure you don't change any of the content. You only need to change to close tags where they are needed. So if I were to run this test now, we'll see that nothing happens. But it does run. There is a constant JSX which should return a div element. So this is actually functioning, but it's not working. So we want to say remove the comment and change to the content below. So yeah, remove comment and change this above this line. So let's just get rid of the comment first, so that we know that the comment is within this guy and this guy. So these have effectively commented out this entire JSX div. And so the first thing we want to do is get rid of these guys. 1 and 2. Okay, cool. So now an unterminated JSX contents. Interesting. So yeah, right now this is unknown unterminated JSX content. That just means something's broken, it's not working. So yeah, with the HR, the thing is, in HTML the HR tags can just be left like this, but in JSX we need to close them. So I'm going to close this guy, and then another one is your BR tag. So this is a unique element, right? And it's a unique thing about JSX. We need to close the BR tag, and then our JSX renders. And you notice that there's no errors or anything like that coming from here when it's not working, so it's kind of tricky initially. So yeah, the whole thing about this one is they just wanted you to close the HR tag and close the BR tag, and then remove the comment entirely. And so within this JSX element, we have a single div, which is how we always want to pass in JSX elements. And then within that we have an H2 and a line break, meaning that welcome to React, we have a line break under here. So that's why there's this little space here. And then be sure to close all your tags. These are already closed, so we don't need to change those. And then the HR element, and we had to insert the forward slash to close the tag. And I think that'll pass the tests. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next lesson.